We know that in a thermodynamic process, the work done dW, let us say that the work done is small, is P dV, where P is the pressure and dV is a change of volume. And so, if we want to find the total work done, we basically what? We integrate this entire thing, P dV, across the limits, V2, which is the final limit, and V1, which is the initial volume. All right. And now, for an adiabatic process, we have known that this implies. This has been discussed in our previous lecture, and let us say that the constant is K. So we can represent P, let us not say this is 1. P over here is basically what? K over V to the lambda. Alright, if this stands, we want to substitute it over here, and we have that V2 over V1 in the limits, we have that this is K over V to the lambda times dV. And since K is a constant, we can pull this out over here, and we have that V2 over V1 limited, that it is dV to the V to the gamma. Alright, and we can integrate this since this is very easy to do, and we have alright. So now we can write this as, and now we just input V2 and V1, which are the limits over here. So we have, okay, so this has been simplified, and now we have come to know that this K over here is basically what? PV to the gamma. Alright, so we can say that since K is equal to PV to the gamma, we can say that the work done W is basically, and since V2 is associated with a K over here, we can say that the value of K over here is P2V2 to the gamma, V2 to the 1 minus gamma, minus P1V1 V1 to the 1 minus gamma. Alright, and we can do some further algebra over here, and we have that this is P2 V2 gamma plus 1 minus gamma minus P1 V1 gamma plus 1 minus gamma. Further simplification takes us to the fact that the work done is basically what? P2 V2 minus P1 V1. Alright, so this is one equation that we have. We can also do this, that PV is equal to RT, considering that N is equal to 1, right? So we can basically input this thing over here, and we get that W is equal to 1 minus RT2 minus RT1. And since R is a common expression in both the terms, we can pull the R out, and we have that W is equal to R times T2 minus T1 over 1 minus gamma. Well, this is basically the work done in an adiabatic process. Well, that's all.